Complete Science Guide, Part 3, Genetics and Heredity, Part 3.3. This is Section 3. Mutations. Changes in the code. A mutation is simply a change that happens in your DNA sequence. Think of it like a typo or a small mistake in an instruction manual. How they happen. Mutations often occur when a cell is making a copy of its DNA before it divides. Sometimes the copy isn't perfect, and a small part is added, removed, or swapped. The effects. Most mutations are neutral, meaning they don't really change anything. However, some can be beneficial, helping a creature survive better in its environment, like a butterfly with better camouflage. And some effects can also be harmful, causing the body's instructions not to work correctly, which can sometimes lead to health problems. Natural variation. Mutations are actually the reason there is so much variety in the world. They create new flavors of genes, alleles, that make every person and living thing unique. Take a look at these pictures. These are quite interesting. UV light damage versus chemical damage. Mutation. Why somatic mutations are not passed down? They are not inherited. Somatic mutations happen in regular body cells, such as skin cells, lung cells, liver cells. These cells are not involved in reproduction. Even if a mutation causes changes like a tumor or disease in one person, it stays only in that person's affected body cells. Since sperm and egg cells are not affected, the mutation cannot enter the DNA passed to children. For example, if someone develops a skin mutation from too much sun exposure, their children will not inherit that mutation because it is only in skin cells, not sperm or egg cells. Now let's take a look at this picture. This image shows us a germline mutation that is inherited. And it also shows us the side with the somatic mutation that is not inherited. So the germline mutation that is inherited is a mutation in the sperm or the egg. Well, dad has the mutation, mom does not have the mutation, but the child that they had together has the mutation. So that means it got passed down to the children. Now, let's look at the other side, the somatic mutation. It is not inherited. So the mutation is in the body cells. Individual has the tumor. So the individual is with tumor. So this mutation will not be passed down. It will not be inherited by any of the children. Evolution's engine. Without mutations, living things could never change or adapt over millions of years. They are the raw material that makes evolution possible. From simple beginnings to majestic beings. The mutation occurs and they become majestic. So from simple beings to a mutation occurring and they become majestic beings. External causes. While many mutations are natural accidents, external things like UV light from the sun or certain chemicals can also damage DNA. UV light, chemicals, damaged DNA. Damage to DNA causes mutations. Why is this frog a mutation gone wrong? Let's look at this example. A DNA copying mistake. Mistakes can happen when a frog's DNA is copied, leading to a mix-up in the instructions. Mixed up instructions. DNA is like an instruction book for building bodies. A mistake can mess up how a frog is supposed to grow. Weird growth. The mutated frog has strange lumps, weird eyes, and extra messed up legs. Yikes. Bad proteins. DNA tells cells how to make things called proteins. If there's a mistake, the frog's proteins might not work right, causing problems. Pollution and chemicals. Pollution, chemicals, or other yucky stuff in the water can make DNA mistakes more likely. Why is this baby a mutation gone wrong? Here is an example. A DNA copying mistake. Mistakes can happen when a baby's DNA is copied, causing a mix-up. Mixed up instructions. DNA is like an instruction book for the body. A mix-up can mess up how the baby is supposed to form. Abnormal growth. The baby's extra fingers, cleft lip, and exposed brain lump are due to body parts growing the wrong way. Bad proteins. DNA mix-ups can lead to problems with proteins that are needed for the baby's body to grow correctly. Pollution and chemicals. Pollution, chemicals, or other bad stuff could make DNA mix-ups more likely. Some mutations aren't helpful. Some mutations are okay or even helpful. But some mutations, like this, cause serious problems. Environment can affect how traits are expressed. Light-colored moths blend in and avoid predators. Brown fur hides hair in the summer. The white fur hides the hair in winter. Like, comment, and subscribe. You have made it to the end, friends and family. Thank you for watching. Presented by MAT Creations and Mindset Motivation Hubs.